Welcome to another episode of St. Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we look at the soufriere volcano. We look at Desran Rajigas, the man who gave the evacuation order and saved the nation. We look at Professor Robertson. We look at the PM, and we also look at Nemo and many more. Big ups to all of my subscribers, and if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell if you wish to see more videos like these. By now, the world must have heard the name Desran Rodriguez. Desran Rodriguez is the young man who went up to the volcano and did those live videos on Instagram. I am assuming that everyone in this world know who Usain Bolt is. Usain Bolt is a record holder from Jamaica. During Usain Bolt's last Olympic races, he did not break records. But can we deny the fact that he already broke the records? Can we deny the fact what Desran Rodriguez did for St. Vincent on the day that Nemo gave that evacuation order very late? Kevin Little might never have a song in his career like Turn Me On, but can we ever deny that song Turn Me On? If you are paying close attention to St. Vincent Untold Stories, you have seen on many occasions we have called out the Prime Minister and Nemo. And at no time you have ever seen that we have denied the good that they have done. It have some persons in the Vincentian diaspora that are only quick to pinpoint the bad that persons have done, failing to recognize the good part. There is a post circulating on social media in which the lead scientist called out Mr. Desran Rodriguez. Now we have the big C in the shelters. Have Mr. Robertson issued a statement to say why the evacuation order wasn't given earlier in the first press conference? Mr. Robertson, I am not a hypocrite. I understand what you are saying, that it is very dangerous to go up to the volcano at this time while it is erupting. You remember, I did an episode where they say a doctor's voice note was leaked of him calling country people bookie and all sorts of name, and the persons were saying he should have handled that thing more professional. So Mr. Robertson, couldn't you have taken like an hour out of your day and called in Mr. Rodriguez to your office and speak to him? If you notice at Untold Stories, when I'm calling out the Prime Minister about accountability, I never get personal. I don't call him any names. I'm trying to be professional. You see, that video I posted when the Prime Minister spoke about a vaccine, and on the video it said lies are lies. That video came from a friend, but I couldn't edit out that part, so I had to post it as it is. That statement on that video didn't come from Untold Stories. You see, most of the time when anything happens in St. Vincent, the Prime Minister's name is the first one to be called out. Which while the problem is not really Mr. Gonzalez, the problem is some lick boot supporters going back and carrying people's name to the Prime Ministers, saying who should get and who shouldn't get. Let me make something clear. I know Mr. Sabuta Caesar very well. And let me show you something. Myself, along with another friend and Mr. Desran Rodriguez, we were going to sign up to pick fruits to go to Canada. And when I came to the door to sign up, I saw certain persons sitting around the desk. And I whispered to Mr. Desran Rodriguez, I said, I am not going to sign up, because I know victimization is real in St. Vincent. And they went ahead and signed up. And up to now, they haven't gone to pick any fruits. You see, that's the thing about St. Vincent. Victimization is very real. Why do I have to go to Mr. Sabuto Caesar to go to Canada? Why can't I just come to the front desk? I sign up my papers. I know I don't have a criminal record. My medical records are clean. Why can't I get you? Why do I have to put a sticker on my house to say I supported a particular party in order to get a job when I have the qualifications to do that job? I have several friends who did not finish primary school, but because of their family's political affiliation, they are getting higher paid jobs and even getting jobs before persons who have went to college and universities. Out of all honesty, I did not attend any university. But when I go for an interview, I always get the job because I can talk very well. And I have certain skill sets that can get me that job. But I know of instances where persons cannot talk at all and they still get it over persons who went to college. I went for an interview once, and at that interview I was frightened because I saw persons bringing CVs that presented all 12 subjects, 10 subjects, and up to 8 subjects. But I conquered the fear. I said, you know what? I can talk real good, and I have the mindset and the skills to do this job. And I got the job. That job was a sales representative. And the persons who brought in all those subjects couldn't talk very well. They couldn't persuade the people to buy the products. So we have seen with our own eyes what Mr. Desran Rajigas can do. So why don't Mr. Robertson just call the guy and give the guy a job? And that is why St. Vincent is not moving forward. Pamela's Ballantyne ran and he ran and he ran and he got nothing. As the PM came out and he issued that statement about being vaccinated before you board the cruise lines. And after he retracted that statement, what are we going to do? Are we going to always beat upon him? Or are we going to encourage him to do better? Do you remember when Fitzbramble made a proposal about paying $1 to enter Kingston, and the people spoke out against Fitzbramble and said that the country is already poor, why are you setting up a toll? Fitzbramble did not argue. He went back to the drawing board. He listened to the people. And that's what we need in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We need leaders who would listen to the people. Nemo, there are accusations being made against you guys, saying that funds and stocks are being mismanaged. Those statements didn't come from Untold Stories. Untold Stories is underground, and we have seen several posts on Facebook where persons are speaking out against Nemo. So what you guys need to do is to fix the problem immediately. A young lady made a statement in a video on Facebook saying that she did not want a mayonnaise on her chicken. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt for now, because when you go to top restaurants, the mayonnaise is placed on the table, the ketchup and the pepper. What I think the young lady should have done differently is that before going on social media, she could have went to the shelter manager and said, you know what? I am not accustomed to having mayonnaise on my chicken, or I am allergic to mayonnaise. And if that shelter manager failed to fix the problem, then you could have taken it on the media. You see, the thing is, anything that goes on the media stays there forever. And even if you take it down, someone already screenshot or someone already recorded it. I saw a video on social media where a guy was saying that 2 houses that he already dealt with first by giving them goods, requested goods again, and were continuing requesting goods. Please don't do that, because there are persons suffering in shelters that really need items. If you got items already and you know that items could last you a while, don't request anymore, please. Thousands of persons have reached out to Untold Stories, asking Untold Stories to make donations. But you see what I did? I referred them to Troy Prince, because I won't question Troy Prince's accountability, because I've seen what he have done. Several persons have reached out to Untold Stories, telling us to collect the donations and donate items to them. So here's what I want you guys to do. I will pin the number for Untold Stories in the comment section. So you can WhatsApp that number and tell me the items that you need, and I will send it off to the donors. Because we don't want, when we come to the shelters, you said, oh, I don't need that, I don't eat that, or I don't want that. We need things like your size of clothing. So when we bring the donations, we don't want you to say, oh, I don't wear 28, I don't wear 32, I wear 36, I wear 38. And next thing you curse and complain and say the donors are donating things that they don't want. When you ask for things like baby clothing, please give us the size. We don't want to show up at the shelters and next thing the stuff are too big or they are too small. If the police say that you have no need to be into the red zone, keep out of the red zone. The scientist said that the red zone is dangerous. If you are going for items into the red zone, please return back during a safe time, please. You see, like how I explained the details about the cleaning of houses with the transportation and everything, that's giving accountability. Vincentians, let us walk in unity. Let us stop the fight down. Let us be a brother's keeper. I thank you.